Alrighty, all welcome back to the channel. Of course, my name is Tommy, and this here is the GALLERYBBQ. And today's show, we are going to take a first look at the ASMOKE Essential. It is definitely portable and compact and capable of delivering the perfect cooking results. And of course, it's got that cutting edge ASCA technology and smart functionality. Alrighty, so look, before I took on this pit here over at the shack, I definitely did a lot of research. I did a lot of reading up, and this is how I approached it. Obviously, the first thing I did, I unboxed it. I'll have links down below. It only took me about maybe 15 minutes to get together. There are instructional videos on how to do it. Again, links down below. That would be your first step. Once I got it all assembled up, of course, I charged up that battery, as this is 100% portable, and you do get up to 10 hours of use on that battery. Once I made sure we were all charged up, I plugged it in, started it up, and the first thing that you have to do is you got to connect it to your Wi-Fi. Do not skip this step. Obviously, download the app, get yourself all set up there, connect it to the Wi-Fi, and you have to update the firmware. Once you update that firmware, you've got it all connected to the app, you should be good to go. And basically what I did yesterday, after I did all that, I just fired it up and let it run for about 2 hours or so. And I also tracked the whole thing with my chef's temp. And I could tell you right now, my chef's temp is precise. Now, she definitely did overshoot, probably for about 10-15 minutes or so. It then started to mellow out. I've tried all kinds of, I did all kinds of temps on this pit yesterday. And I have to tell you, by the time I was done, she was pretty much sitting about 5-10 degrees over where she was set. Now, did she jump up and jump down a little bit? Yes, she did. And that is what most pellet grills do, because that is when she is going to release the most smoke. So what I want to do on today's show, I want to show you how the app works. I want to take you through on this ASMOKE Essential. We're going to do a little bit of a walk around. And of course, because I am a recipe guy, the most important thing is how does she cook? So what I want to do here is let's take a look at the Essential from ASMOKE, and then I will bring you guys back and we will get my recipe all seasoned up, ready to go. We will fire up the pit and we will start the show. So this one's going to get started underneath the hood. I wanted to show you the guts and just how easy it is to keep this ASMOKE clean. This pit is going to feature dual grilling grates. It is 271 square inches of cooking space. As noted earlier, this is true portability. There is no doubt about it. One of my most favorite features is that sear plate. You will see that in use and later in the show. In a matter of moments, you are ready to clean your ASMOKE Essential. That's how simple it is. With this included attachments, you can use any pellet you'd like. 2 probes included for precise temperature control. Grease tray around the side for easy clean out. We are talking a 5-pound hopper. You will enjoy up to 10 hours of battery life. How about easy to read touch screen with preset grilling modes? Of course, easy ash clean out. And let's not forget that ASCA technology. Add your liquid of choice for steam enhanced flavors. Smart app integration with its built-in recipes truly makes cooking, makes grilling, makes smoking a breeze. As I go through the app, I am setting up my cook. It is going to be a low smoke for an hour. I will set that temp gauge to 195. We are going to track these temperatures together as I am going to cook the whole thing live. And I can tell you, app use is seamless. Of note, you don't have to use the app. You can do the same on the touch screen and the knob. You're going to want to allow that initial startup smoke to dissipate. Once it stops smoking, you can shut it down and bring it up to temp. Up on the board of some country style ribs and my rub of choice. We will get these all rubbed down. Again, we are going to let these go for 1 hour at around 195 to get as much smoke on them as we can. After that, I will move that sear plate over. We will fire up the ASMOKE all the way up to about 500 Fahrenheit, and we will get some char. We will get some live flame, and you guys are going to track these temps right along with me. So what I want to do here is let's turn the show back live and let's follow this cook. Alrighty guys, look, so that is 1 hour on the smoke setting, and you can see I mean, she's been laying down pretty much straight smoke, and there is the temp on the board here. It is reading, well, we got it set at 195. It is reading 204. And again, hour in. I am going to remove the chops, move that plate over so we can get some direct flame and also fire up the pit full. Like I said, it is going to be a little bit of fun time here at the gallery. All right, so the first thing we want to do here, and I'm going to use this front display to do it, we are going to raise our temperature, and we will just stop it at that 480. And you can hear the afterburners kick on. That means she is going to rise up hopefully pretty quick. Alrighty guys, look, so we've been on probably for about 2 minutes or so. This is my first time using the pit in this way, so I don't want to let it go too longer. I did leave the cameras running. You could see we are a 480 set temp, and as you could see on the front panel there, we are 478. So like I said, man, she is holding good temperature. And again, probably 2 minutes. You see we've got a nice plume of smoke coming up. That is always good to see. I like a lot of char anytime I cook like this. So I've got no problem waiting about 3 minutes or so. And I can see some flame popping up from the back end here. There is a little inside look on what we are seeing. And you could see the flame coming up. You could see the flame kissing the pork. Also, you could see the color variation of this smoke to know what is happening, and that is probably char. And again, there is my temps, 494 with a 480 set temp, probably on for 3 minutes. Again, it is char what I want. And that gives you a fairly good look on how that plate works. It does exactly what it is supposed to do. And that there is exactly what I am looking for. We've got a little bit of crispy here, not enough over there, so we will just kind of move these around. And again, anytime you are working with a temp set, you are going to want to shut these latches. You want a nice tight seal on your grill. So we will let it go probably for about another 2 minutes or so. Then we will open it up and just start to turn them around. I'll get some temps. I've got my handheld chef's temp right over there. That'll tell me precisely on what the pork is doing. Again, char is my game. I want to see some of that char on these chops. And you can hear the afterburner kicking up. 478, 480 temp set. There it is on the screen. This is some live cooking right here. And one of the things I liked, if I didn't mention, when I updated the firmware, she updated the temp on the front display. That is pretty cool. And this isn't the first time I've had ASMOKE in the shack over here, and I've always had good luck with them. This one camera here, I am just going to leave on so you guys can monitor the temps. $469, $480. Again, she goes down, she comes up. And a good little tip here, if you peek in the back, I can see the flame coming up on the pork with the fat. That is a good sign. A quick peek on our little hopper says we are looking good there. Again, 473, 480. She is coming up. 471, 473, 480, 474, 480. And that is about a total of 2 minutes or so. Some decent flame in the back. There we go. So we are about 145, 167. And again, some decent color on that. That is exactly what I am looking for. You cook them the way you like them. If you don't like that char like this, you could pull them off when they are ready. I definitely dig that char. I definitely dig that color. And I could see just from working the pit, it is a little bit cooler here on the end. You're going to get the char over here towards the middle. That is always good to know. And anytime you are dealing with these are from the butt area of the pig. You have a lot of fat content in here. They could take a little bit extra over that 165 or so. But again, you're going to eat it. You're going to cook it. So you cook it to where you feel comfortable of doing it. For me, it is char. That is flavor. If it takes me 180, 185 to get there, that is exactly what I am going to do. At this point, we will just let it go for about another 2-3 minutes or so. I've got the camera still on. She recovers quick, as you could see, 476, 480. And it is always good to see a quick recovery time on a pit. Sometimes when you open up that hood, you are set at 500, 480 or whatever. She drops to 350 and it takes about 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to get back there. That is not the case here. And we are watching the temps together, 471, 480. You know that is where she hangs out. That is perfect. And as I peek in the back here, we've got some nice flame. That was about another minute or so. There we go. And I think we are going to get some temps that are probably done. We can look at them together. Okay, so that is in the 190s. That's going to be done. We've got some nice moisture up top. This is a little bit more. That is done. A little bit more. So let's take a couple of these off. Done. I mean, this would be a perfect little pit for camping. As I burn my hand. And these are going to take a little bit more. So we will allow these to go. This one's done. So look, I think you basically get the gist of the pit here. I am going to finish grilling these up, get everything on over to the board, and I'll give you guys some closing thoughts, and I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, so look, you saw everything on the screen. I wanted to leave the cameras run so you guys can track the temperature. I still got to get it into my office, see how much I want to leave in there. But I could tell you, man, at least mine right here, she sits exactly where you want it. She fluctuates that, you know, that 4 or 5 degrees. It was straight smoke on that first setting, and you saw the flame. I mean, she flamed up. What could I say? I totally dig this pit here. If you go camping, this is the perfect grill, as it only weighs about 35 pounds or so. Other than that, I am definitely impressed on this. I think this is a step forward for ASMOKE. At least that is what I feel. as I tried to give you guys everything on the camera so you guys could see it along with me. And that is going to be it for this show. And the oh, by the way, the country ribs came out perfect. We've got some juice, we've got a little bit of char on some and a little bit of not so much char on others. I'll give the wife them, maybe Molly will get a little bit of that, but the char is definitely going to be for me. I've got a nice roll in the house. I will slop it down on a roll, put some mustard on it, and I gotta tell you, that is going to be tough to beat. If you guys have any questions on this pit, leave it down in the description. I will try and answer all of them I can get. Other than that, my name is Tommy. This is the ASMOKE Essential. That is Molly over there staring me down. And until next time, we will see you soon.